Hello dear students, I welcome all of you to this another video in which we will see some GATE questions asked on asymptotic notations. Let's see GATE 2013 question. The question is, which one of the following is the tightest upper bound? Check that upper bound is given. Tightest upper bound that represents time complexity of inserting an object, that is value, into a binary search tree of n nodes. Basically, they are asking how much time will be needed to insert one value in a binary search tree, and that binary search tree is already containing n nodes, and they are asking upper bound. By upper bound we mean largest time that will be needed or largest number of comparisons that will be needed. Just check that if we are thinking of worst case upper bound of inserting a value in the binary search tree, then you can think of that the data right now inserted in the binary tree is somewhat like this: 1 2 3 4 5. Observe, if this was the data given, then we will obviously insert 1 initially in the binary tree and it will become root. This will be root node. Well, the next value 2, which is higher than 1, remember we are talking about binary search tree. So less than will go to the left of 1 and greater value will go to the right of 1. So 2 goes to the right of 1. But the left pointer of this node 1 will remain null, correct? Now the next value 3 is greater than 1 and greater than 2. So 3 will go to the right of 2. Similarly, next value 4 will go to the right of 3 and 5 will go to the right of 4. Whereas all these left pointers, of all these nodes will remain null. And of course, right pointer of 5 also will be null. Now, if these 5 values were inserted in this order, if this was the data given, then the binary tree looks as if that it has grown only in one direction. Binary tree, actually, as the name suggests, binary tree will be best if both branches grow equally. We call such a tree as balanced tree, isn't it? But what we have got here, it's not our fault. It is the fault of the data. Data was given like that we got a tree which got pulled only in the right direction. But all the left branches were vacant, were empty. Now think of that we have one more value to insert, like 6. Assume that all these are n values that we have already inserted, 1 to 5, and we are now inserting 6. So however, what will be your algorithm, usual algorithm to insert 6 in the binary tree? We will start comparing this new value, this 6, with the root value 1. And as 6 is greater than the root value 1, we will visit right branch, isn't it? We will visit right branch. And then 6 will be compared with 2. And as 6 is greater than 2, we will not add 6 to the left of 2, isn't it? But we will add 6 to the right of 2. And then 6 will be compared with 3. Again, 6 is larger, so we will visit right. 6 is greater than 4, so we will visit right. 6 is greater than 5, so we will visit right, and we observe that right of 5 is vacant. We know that 6 is greater than 5 and right of 5 is vacant, so we will use this opportunity and we will insert 6 to the right of 5. But then how many comparisons were done? You just count the number of comparisons done here were 5. And there were exactly 5 elements inserted in the tree before inserting 6. Please try to understand, I was talking about worst case over here because they are talking about tightest upper bound, isn't it? If there are n nodes in the binary tree. And the answer to this is obviously big O of n. Let's continue our discussion. What if, let's imagine that the data inserted right now in the tree, which has n nodes, is somewhat like this. 10 was inserted, then 5, then 20, then 3, think over this, then 3, and then the data inserted after that, let me think, 3, then 8, okay, then 15, and then 30. Okay, these are the n values which are already inserted. Then how would our tree look like? 10 will obviously, first value will go to root. Now 5, the next value which is less than 10 will go to left of 10. 20, which is greater than root, will go to the right, correct? 3 which is less than 10, first we will visit left, and 3 which is less than 5, so less than 5 is vacant. Left of 5 is vacant, so 3 goes here. Similarly, 8 is less than 10 but greater than 5. So 8 goes to the right of 5. 15, observe, is greater than 10. So first we will visit right of 10, and 15 is less than 20. So 15 will be added to left of 20, and finally 30 will go to the extreme right. Just check this tree. This is a balanced tree, isn't it? Now just imagine we are inserting some value, let's say 18 in this tree. There are already n values in this tree, and we are inserting 18. Now tell me, in the worst case, how many comparisons will you do? You will compare 18 with 10, the topmost value, and you will say 18 is larger than 10. Okay. So as 18 is larger than 10, 18 should be inserted to the right of 10. So you will come to this node which stores 20. You will compare 18 with 20 and you will observe 18 is less than 20. As 18 is less than 20, you will say that 18 must be inserted to the left of 20. So you are at node 15. And then you will check that 18 is greater than 15. So if 18 has to be inserted, it should be inserted to the right of 15. And right of 15 was vacant, so you'll insert 18 here. So how many comparisons did you do? Come on, you did only 3 comparisons. Now why basically? Why? Because the depth of the tree here was, there were only 3 levels. This was a level at which 10 is located, 5 was another level, and this 3 was another level. And this number, or the count which I am giving, 3, is nothing but log of n to the base 2. Log of n to the base 2. Think over it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 values, isn't it? And we are computing log of 7 to the base 2, which is approximately 3. It is very near to 3. If we take ceiling of this log of 7 to the base 2, then there will be 3 comparisons. Come on, it is very easy to understand, I feel, that if there are only 3 levels in this tree and you are at a time either going left or you are going right, then the only 3 generations are there in the tree and only 3 comparisons will be there. So in the best case, when the tree is balanced, then the lowermost bound, if they had asked what is the lower bound instead of upper bound, then you should think of the best tree that you can have is the balanced tree, and then it will be log n. In the lowermost bound will be log n. O1 is out of question. Come on, how can it take constant time? And n log n is a lot of time actually. So answer to our question, upper bound, is C. It will be ON. Okay, now let's see GATE 2012 question. Oh, very interesting. Very, very interesting. What they are asking is, what is the worst case running time to search for an element in a balanced binary tree with n into 2 raised to n elements? You just check this. Number of elements in that binary tree is n into 2 raised to n. Okay. N multiplied by 2 raised to n. So many elements are there in the binary search tree, and big information they have given is that the tree is balanced. So if you think of a balanced tree, it looks somewhat like this, isn't it? Just check. This is a balanced tree as an example. And we are searching. What is the algorithm that we want to execute is that we want to search a value, and they are asking worst case running time. But importantly, the tree is balanced. You just tell me, if you are searching for some value, you will search at root one comparison, and then you will say, oh, this is not the value I want. So where can be the value? Either to left or to right. Suppose you branch right. So you will compare your searched value over here at this node, and you say, okay, this is also not storing my value. So it can be either to left or to the right. And you observe that it can be to the left. So you visit left and compare this node. And you see that even this is not storing your value. And that's it. After that, you have null pointers over here. So in the worst case, what has happened is, in the worst case, you have done 3 comparisons. One comparison here, second over here, and third over here. And that's it. Worst to worst, in a balanced tree, if the tree is balanced, you may do only 3 comparisons because there are only 3 levels, isn't it? And this boils down to log of n to the base 2. Look at this again. If you count the number of nodes, there are 7 nodes. If you count these number of nodes, there are 7 nodes. And if you take ceiling of log of n to the base 2, it is ceiling of log of 7 to the base 2, which is ceiling of 2 point something, which boils down to 3. I hope you are understanding. So coming back to the point that if we are given a balanced binary tree of n nodes, think over it. Binary tree is balanced of n nodes. In the worst case, we need log of n to the base 2 comparisons. I hope you have agreed with this. In the worst case, if the binary tree is balanced, then we have only log of n to the base 2 levels, which we have to cross over, and we might either get the value or not get the value. If you don't get the value, so many comparisons will be done, log of n to the base 2. Now they are asking, what if the number of elements, I'm writing it here in the other question, just manage this. What if the number of elements is equal to n into 2 raised to n? Binary tree contains so many elements and you are searching a value. Then in the worst case, in a balanced tree, we will get log of n multiplied by 2 raised to n to the base 2 comparisons. I hope you agree. When there were n nodes, we needed log of n to the base 2. Now there are n into 2 raised to n nodes. So we will require log of n into 2 raised to n, log of this term to the base 2 comparisons. And you know log of a into b can be written as log of n plus log of 2 raised to n, log of 2 raised to n to the base 2. Check this, multiplicative term has become additive term in terms of log. Now taking this n, which is in the exponent of this term, over here as a multiplicative term, using the properties of logarithm, what we will get is log n, the first term remains as it is, plus n multiplied by log of 2 to the base 2. And log of 2 to the base 2 is nothing but 1. So this entire term becomes n plus log n. This n plus log n. Yes, n into log of 2 to the base 2. Log of 2 to the base 2 is 1. So this becomes n plus log of n to the base 2. And if you now write O notation for this, you can drop the lower term and you will say this is O of n. I hope you agree. Isn't it? The lower term can be dropped if you want to write big O notation. Only this term n will remain. So the answer for our question, our question has gone on top here, will be theta of n. I hope you have understood. By the way, before we leave this question, what if they had asked, what is the best time instead of worst time? Best running time to search for an element in a balanced binary search tree. You just check best time always will be O of 1. Because if the binary tree is balanced and we are searching for something, however number of elements binary tree may have, we are searching for something. And maybe whatever we are searching is directly found in root. Then we will stop our search, isn't it? So in the best case, it will be theta 1. But they were not asking about best case, they were asking about worst case. So we went down till the last level and we saw that the number of levels are log of n to the base 2 if there are n nodes. But they have given that the number of nodes are n multiplied by 2 raised to n. So our expression became n multiplied by 2 raised to n to the base 2, and we simplified this and we got the answer as theta n. I hope this is very clear, and in the next video, we will see some more questions asked on asymptotic notation. Thank you very much.